Hello everyone, JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. In England, it is transfer deadline day. Thursday the 8th of August, 5 PM is the deadline for Manchester City to make any incoming and outgoing, certainly on a permanent basis, and we'll touch on the little loophole with the loans as we go through the video. So make sure if you're interested, you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We've smashed past 4,700 subscribers. Let's see if we can make a good stride and get towards 4,800 subscribers. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Go and check out my social media links if you so wish. Links in description below and popping up on screen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Always interested in what you have to say, and also don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video, as it really helps me out and helps my channel grow. So we're going to crack on with the ins first. We're going to be talking about the signing that was announced later last night. Now remember, City announced the signing of Joao Cancelo yesterday. It was roughly around 8:30 at night British summertime. If you haven't already watched the video of me announcing Cancelo as a Manchester City player and giving you in detail of everything to expect from Joao Cancelo, I'm going to leave the link to that video at the end of this video if you want to go and check that out, or just go on my channel and it'll be the previous video to this video, obviously, and you can go and check that out if you so wish. So we was expecting Joao Cancelo to be signing for Manchester City, and he did. Came a little bit later than perhaps what was all expecting. I was roughly expecting him to be announced maybe around 4-5 o'clock yesterday afternoon into the early evening. Took a few hours upon that. I think some people were concerned maybe there was going to be a stall or something wasn't going right, but City were just tying up all the loose ends, and so were Juventus, because like I said, they want to announce them both at the same time, because it is kind of here a swap deal, so they wanted to announce them both at the same time, which they did. Now some details on this move. I'll cover Danilo's first. He is no longer a Manchester City player, unfortunately. Handled himself with extreme class and dignity, and Danilo, fantastic player and an absolutely brilliant professional. I am going to miss him at Manchester City. He's now a Juventus player. He signed for £34 million. It was €37 million as announced by Juventus. Works out at roughly around £34 million on the current currency exchange rate. So to me, great deal for Manchester City, an £8 million profit. He signed on a deal at Juventus until 2024. Kudos to his agent there, getting him a good deal there. Wanted to wish Danilo the best of luck on his move to Turin. That means one thing though, with Danilo leaving, it means Cancelo is now a Manchester City player. Already done my announcement, so welcome Joao Cancelo to Manchester City. Juventus announced details of that move. They said it's a €65 million fee. Works out at roughly around £62 million. This deal of £62 million is going to be paid over 3 years, the announcer. That's interesting. Cancelo signs on a 6-year deal, signing until 2025. Like I said, this is effectively a swap deal. On paper, it isn't a swap deal, but effectively this is a swap deal. It works out of Manchester City's fee that we paid for Cancelo and the money that Juventus have paid for Danilo. The difference works out at roughly around €28.6 million Juventus worked it out at, which I will do in the sums. It worked out at roughly somewhere between 26 and 28 million pounds, there or thereabouts. The currency exchange rate's always changing, so that figure's always going to change, but I'll go halfway between them figures and say we're looking at somewhere around 27 million pounds plus Danilo is this deal. That's what it's worth. Like I said, already welcomed Cancelo. Already done my video if you want to go and check that out. Like I said, link to that at the end of the video. But absolutely brilliant signing for Manchester City. As I correctly said yesterday, so sources that I'd heard saying he'd wear the number 27 shirt were absolutely bob on. He is going to wear the number 27 shirt. When holding up his shirt, it said Joao Cancelo. I thought it'd just have Cancelo on there. I'm not sure if he's going to have Joao Cancelo written on there for the rest of the season. If so, cool, whatever floats your boat. But like I said, nice to know the information that I received on his number was correct there. So Manchester City sign a player. But transfer deadline day always throws up a surprise. The signings might not be done just there yet. The Sun, this is filtered through to other media outlets in the UK, including Sky Sports, who have confirmed this now. Manchester City, they are set to sign Scott Carson on a season-long loan from Derby County. Who would have foresaw this? Certainly not me. He's going to go in as Manchester City's third choice goalkeeper. We was meant to be signing Riesco of Eibar as our third choice goalkeeper. Some problems have grown with the homegrown quota. City couldn't register him, so they never signed him. Scott Carson's an English player, born in Whitehaven. He can be registered as a homegrown player and become Manchester City's new third choice goalkeeper. What does that mean for Daniel Grimshaw? I'd have thought he'd have been Manchester City's third choice goalkeeper, and it would make sense. A young player produced by Manchester City, trained by Manchester City, a homegrown player not just for the Premier League but for the Champions League too, means he may well be leaving. I'll talk about that more in just one moment, but we might be signing Big Scotty, 33 years old. He's on his way to Manchester as I speak and do this video. Hell, he might even already be in Manchester doing his medical. He is expected to sign before that 5 p.m. deadline of today. I love transfers, I love Manchester City, and I love transfer deadline day because it just chucks out stupid stuff like this, which it seems might be true. Who would have foreseen this? Love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. We'll move on to the outs and we'll speak about Daniel Grimshaw. Now, according to the BBC, they suspect Daniel Grimshaw may well be off on loan. He doesn't have to leave today. It's believed he may well have some interest coming in from League One and League Two, which is the English third and fourth division in England, and so he may well leave. There is a loan window for League One and League Two which closes on September 2nd of 2019, so we've still got more than 3 weeks to sort out the future of Daniel Grimshaw if we want to loan him there. A lot of the European windows shut either end of August or early September too, so if they wanted to send him out somewhere else like Breda or Girona or wherever, then he could also be loaned out there too. But Championship and Premier League's transfer windows for both permanent and loan signings shuts today 5 p.m. City cannot bring anybody in until January once that 5 p.m. deadline hits today, either on loan or permanent. That's the case for all Premier League teams and also the English second division, the Championship too. So we've got an update on Leroy Sane now, which is quite a long update, so please do bear with me on this. Now, the update is more to do with his injury that he picked up during the Community Shield match with Liverpool on Sunday. Bayern Munich apparently are concerned by this injury, fluids being found on his knee, and they're fearing this transfer may collapse. We've had more of an update on this injury, and it's believed this injury that he sustained is more serious than first suspected. Sam Lee has reported that it is a possible ACL, which is a cruciate ligament injury. It's reported by him that it's ACL damage rather than a torn cruciate ligament, so that's what Bayern's been reporting, that's damaged. How long he's going to be out for, I do not know. It's been reported months is what we're expecting. Some cases have even said 4-month injury. That is a big blow. Not to Bayern Munich's transfer policy, because I'm a City fan, I don't care about that. I care about Manchester City, and without the quality of Leroy Sane now, potentially from now until December or even the new year, that's a big gap and a lot of games that we're going to be missing with the quality of Leroy Sane. So that is a huge blow. But in terms of the transfers, we'll just speak about that. Bayern now are concerned. They could still sign him, but they won't be able to put him through a thorough medical because obviously he's not going to be fit enough to do the medical. He's going to need potentially an operation on his leg to try and fix the damage on his ACL. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Manchester City's stance hasn't changed. The price is still wanting, is believed to be above £130 million. Bayern Munich aren't going to sign an injured player for £130 million. The situation they've got is it's an ideal opportunity here to try and haggle and lower that price for Manchester City. I just hold firm. Injury or not, we want £130 million for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich seem to think that Man City want to sell Leroy Sane, but that's not the situation. Because Leroy Sane might be interested in a move to Bayern Munich doesn't mean Manchester City are interested in selling Leroy Sane to Bayern Munich. You've got to pay the money, and City want £130 million. Bayern Munich will not pay that for a player who is now also injured and have an ACL damage too. So where we go from there, I do not know. I'm expecting the Premier League transfer the registration window to be open very soon. My understanding is his players have to be registered for the Premier League, and if Leroy Sane is registered for the Premier League, City won't have any plans to sell him. With his injury, they might not register him if they don't expect him to be fit until January. Then obviously they might have room for another non-homegrown player, but my understanding is the City haven't got any other players there to register, so they may as well just register him, is what I do, just to try and end the uncertainty. But as we know, the German transfer window does end after the English transfer window. Bayern Munich are still going to have their interest in Leroy Sane, but sources in the UK were saying that Bayern Munich aren't too happy about this injury. They're not too happy that Leroy Sane, City knew about their interest from Bayern Munich. They're not too happy that he started in this game. They reported that Leroy Sane wasn't going to feature in the Community Shield. He did, and ended up picking up a serious injury. Some people have been saying it's fake. Some people are saying that it's all to cover for Bayern Munich. Others are saying that it's to cover Manchester City to keep Leroy Sane here. Where we're going to end up, I do not know. Next 3 weeks will be very interesting, and I will keep you up to date with it every step of the way. Some sources in the UK are reporting there's a stall in this move. Some sources in Germany are saying it's all action go. Bayern Munich are continuing to pursue the transfer, whereas some other sources that the transfer of Leroy Sane to Bayern Munich now is dead in the water. It's done. It's not happening. My understanding is that it's unlikely this transfer will go ahead. This injury complicates the deal. It's a difficult deal to get done. And I'm not too sure Leroy Sane will be signing for Bayern Munich. But things change in the transfer window, and things change very quickly. I'm going to track this right the way through for the 3 weeks, but I'm confident here Leroy Sane will still be a Manchester City player once the transfer window shuts, first and foremost in England today, and when the transfer window shuts in Germany too. January, though, might be a different matter. To me, I reckon next summer Bayern Munich might pursue, and if Leroy Sane has not signed a new deal and continues not to sign a new deal, City might be more than happy maybe to look elsewhere and give themselves a window or two, a transfer window or two here to look for a replacement. City haven't got a replacement. Some people were reporting that the player was bought in from Sporting Lisbon yesterday. Felix Correa was a replacement, but he's expected to go out on loan and isn't the Leroy Sane replacement. So I'll keep you up to date with that every step of the way. I'll have a transfer update up for tomorrow, of course, looking at the roundup of deadline day, and then I'll be going probably weekly with transfer updates through the rest of August, because obviously things won't be moving as quickly as what they are when the windows open over here in England. So I'll keep you up to date with everything happening with Leroy Sane. Don't worry about that. Now, I've got an update on Douglas Luiz. He's now 100% an Aston Villa player. He'd signed for Villa already. That was pending a work permit. His work permit's now been approved. He's been granted his visa. His £15 million move to Aston Villa has gone through. He's free to play for Aston Villa now. Good luck to Douglas Luiz on his move. Last but not least, in the transfer update for deadline day so far, Daily Mail are reporting Rangers are set to sign Brandon Barker on a permanent deal. Believe there is no fee. I know that Preston were chasing him. Preston got told they had to pay a fee. Now apparently there's no fee. Looks like Rangers might be signing him instead for free, but it will be a permanent deal. Looks like he'll be heading to Ibrox instead. We'll keep an eye on them developments. Like I said, things change very quickly in the transfer world. Transfer deadline day, things change very quickly. I've known people go sign for clubs, do the medicals, then go somewhere else and sign somewhere else. It's a crazy day. I'll keep you up to date. Easiest way to stay up to date is my Twitter. Links to my social media in description below, including my Twitter, and popping up on screen. I'll keep you up to date with everything happening with for Manchester City on transfer deadline day. Don't forget any signings. I will be announcing them on a separate transfer video, so make sure you stay tuned for that, including that hopefully big announcement of big Scott Carson joining Manchester City. Don't forget, subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all again hopefully for the announcement of another player and also for tomorrow's transfer update. So I'll see you then. So it's been JSGC. Hope all have a wonderful rest of your day. The end is in sight. Peace. Ciao for now.